Watch Put Up or Shut Up, the newest show coming exclusively to Motor Trend On Demand, July 20th, hosted by me, Ryan Lowe.
This time on Roadkill, I rescued my dream car. Hasn't moved in 17 years, and I give Tony plenty of time to do the job.
Bro, 3 days is not plenty of time.
Well, it's Roadkill time, so it's the square root of you're screwed.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah. So David calls me and says, we're doing One Lap of America, which is a brutal race. And by pure coincidence, I'm searching Craigslist for one of my dream cars, and I find this 1969 Pontiac Firebird 400 4-speed car sitting about 8 hours from the start of the race. My buddy Mike Copeland picks it up, brings it to his shop. I fly here and I find a car that I've not seen in person yet that has no engine and trans in it, mice living in the car, the brakes are locked up, there's a hole in the floorboard. It needs some work. But I'm motivated. This is my dream car, and these guys are about to walk in here right now and see this, and I'm hopefully gonna convince them we can pull this off in the next day and a half.
It's 2 days before the One Lap of America event, which is the perfect time to build your car for the race. That's why we're here at Diversified Creations in Brighton, Michigan, same place where we put the Hellcat in the General Mayhem. I haven't seen Finnegan's car yet, but we're gonna have to thrash on the thing. We brought in Tony Angelo to help, and I think we're in for a big surprise right now about how much work this thing needs.
So about a week and a half ago, I got a text from one of our producers that said, do you want to come and race a car for a week? And of course, me being a race car junkie, I said, absolutely, I'm in. That sounds fantastic. A little more was revealed to me. It's the One Lap of America, which is 3,300 miles in 7 days, while you also participate in like 17 track events. So it's grueling, it's intense, it's nonstop. It sounds amazing. And they said, oh, P.S. by the way, Finnegan picked up a car, he just bought it, it's a 69 Firebird, and it might need a whole bunch of work. So I'm here, I don't know what we're up against, I haven't seen the car yet, but I'm feeling like since this is Roadkill, it might be a complete disaster.
Doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, this is a car.
Yeah, just needs a little race prep.
Take a whiff.
Yeah, I took the liberty of pulling the carpet and the seats out.
Nasty.
That's you for 10 days.
A few dead mice in there.
Really?
Well, it's been
Gross.
sitting since 2000. The last time it moved, it took a couple of kids to their high school prom, and then they got froggy and wanted to restore the car afterwards, and they took the motor, did a little work to it, and it hasn't moved since.
What do we have to do?
We should start up front. The hood needs a little
Have
adjustment.
an engine, please have an engine. Okay, great. Guys, there's no engine in here.
There's no trans either.
All right, got it.
So we have a day and a half, and we have.
All right, give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second just to compose myself.
I already knew this.
Woo, boy. All right.
So the car came with 2 engines. It's an original 350 4-speed car.
Yep.
And we have the 350 that was in the car that allegedly ran, which
good.
is in one piece.
Fantastic.
But we have a 400 that's disassembled, that we could assemble.
It's disassembled?
Oh, let's build
That's
an
not
engine.
happening.
Well,
Oh,
it was locked up, so I took it apart, sent the block out to get it cleaned and honed, and I have the pieces. Option A, this was in the car prom night. It did run, allegedly, but for some reason, the owner of the car said you should probably put the 400 in it.
Oh, so he cryptically
okay.
hinted that this thing is junk,
Right, but the 400,
and this is the 400.
he left uncovered and it rusted up, so the rings are stuck. Didn't want to roll over. Nothing was damaged, so I ordered rings, cleaned the block. This could go back together. The rear axle is not exactly together, but the suspension is in there.
Oh, cool.
That's a Pontiac 10-bolt. Yeah, that means it's non-C-clip and you can't get parts for it and stuff.
Well, we got the parts. It's ready to go back together.
Okay.
Yeah, the brakes are completely locked up. I bought brakes for it, so we have a lot. We could do the suspension on the front, the brakes, put the interior back in it, maybe patch a hole, maybe not, and then it needs, obviously, a drivetrain.
Obviously.
Yeah.
How's your level of okay right now?
Pretty low. Pretty low, man.
Pretty low.
Pretty low, because I want to know, like, how many hours do we have until we have to leave?
We have to be at tech inspection by noon on Friday, which means we need to leave here like 7 a.m. Friday.
Okay, so we have like 44
Wednesday,
hours.
Thursday. This is worse than I thought.
Do you think? All right, well, let's build you a car,
standing
man.
around
Let's do
isn't
this thing.
solving this.
Well, I guess we got a big list going, and we prioritize it, and then we just start, and we're gonna have to split up.
Can we get this done? Totally. Do they want to get this done? Maybe not. I mean, you're literally talking about us not sleeping for the next 2 days to assemble this car.
Plan of attack here is sort of jumbled mayhem right now. I think what we're gonna do is 2 teams. It's gonna be Mike and me and Tony, and we're gonna start tearing the front suspension apart. They're gonna start inventorying all the parts and see if we actually have what it takes to make this happen.
I'm gonna stay away from Tony as long as I can because we're gonna be in the car together 24 hours a day for the next 8 or 9 days. And he's already mad at me, so I'm just trying not to make that worse. I see the way Lucky looks at him sometimes, you know? I don't want to have that look in my eyes.
Step 1 out of 285. This thing's got a gas tank, guys. We can put gas in it now. Everybody chill out.
There you go.
All right,
Wow.
see this? My wheel won't turn. What? A ball joint won't spin.
Your ball joints are locked up solid. The spindle won't turn.
This is pretty stuck.
Okay, done.
I don't know what happened, but somehow we went from, we have a 350 that's complete, but we don't know if it's any good, to let's rebuild the 400 and put cylinder heads on it.
There you go, yeah.
Even though
The racers in you took over.
less than 2 days. I believe you were the instigator with that. I believe this is your fault.
Okay, the racer in me took over.
This is your fault.
But right now we're getting ready to start assembling the short block. When we took it apart, all the bearings are so good that we're gonna put the original bearings back in it. And the crank's still good, perfect, didn't even need to be polished. We did hot tank the block and then degrease everything, clean all the oil passages, and we gave it a touch hone and a quick ridge ream at the top. We're gonna reuse the pistons after we free up some of these beautiful stuck rings. So we'll have to clean that out. This upper ring, you can see water was in the engine, but the rings are all totally sealed, stuck right in the hole. Hey, we got 48 hours, well, about 44 hours left. So, piece of cake.
Plenty of time. My wife's El Camino, when I tore the engine apart that came out of that, the bearings look just like this. 40, 45 years old, and you could put them right back in there.
I'm still in the disassembly stage. I haven't put on one new part. I'm just ripping stuff out of here. I think Tony and I are gonna have the front suspension done today. I don't know if we're gonna get the whole car done by tomorrow.
I'm gonna pull the pitman arm off the old steering box, and then we're gonna install that new quick ratio Borgensen unit so that when we're sitting in the garage pretending like this thing runs, it'll feel really good.
We're trying to install our first new part, which is the steering box, and naturally, it's got the wrong spline on it.
I bought the new one because I was worried the old one might be leaking, but I had never seen the car either, so. I did a lot of Ray Charles parts ordering on this deal.
Put it back on.
Yeah.
All right, let me undo what I did.
It's 7 o'clock Wednesday night, and look, pistons in an engine. And look, unlike before, when we got this car and this engine, these ones move up and down, which is what you want. There's nothing I can do to this engine because we're missing parts. I have no idea why we're putting a headliner in the car, but the nice lady that's doing it is in the car and it's on the ground, so we can't work on the suspension or the brakes. I literally have nothing to do, so I'm painting the engine block. Why not? Why not?
Well, it's the end of the first day of wrenching on this thing, and I would say, as normal, we're far behind, but I don't know. We're gonna crank it out tonight. Coleman's gonna finish up the rear end. We're gonna get the front suspension together as far as we can, given the parts we have. We're missing lower ball joints. So we decided to call it about midnight tonight. We're gonna hit it pretty hard because tomorrow is gonna be 8 a.m. to whenever it drives out of here. Man, we got a lot of stuff done last night. We were only here till about 12:30, but we got the whole rear end assembled, brakes on the back, wheels and tires fit, front end mostly together, master cylinder on, and as soon as ball joints show up, I'm gonna have the rest of the front end together. And after that interior, Tony got the floor pan in. We're gonna throw some seats in it and stuff. I'm pretty sure we're actually gonna make this happen today.
We got the short block built for the engine. We still need steering, interior, rest of the engine, transmission, exhaust. I'm gonna stop talking now because it's getting a little overwhelming.
Okay. I predict you rip out that nice fancy new headliner.
Yeah.
You know, the seat might not fit, but the headliner's great.
Oh.
Super annoying.
Oh, yep.
Okay, we gotta drop that junk.
Yeah, this won't work.
No success. We're gonna have to cut and weld this floor bracket, make it lower.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Looks way better already.
Not bad. That's livable for sure.
Yeah, see? You want the upper arm parallel to the ground.
Yeah, you want a nice,
Yeah.
and then you want a white t-shirt and roll up a cigarette pack in it.
Yeah.
Oh, big moment here. Oil pan's going on. And we can flip the engine right side up, and it should stay right side up until it goes in the car. It already smells less like poop in here. Carpet fixes everything.
Normally you'd say carpet in a Roadkill car is just way too nice, but the carpet's hiding holes in the floor. So in this instance, it's just a barrier. It's a filter for the exhaust fumes.
My mouth has tasted like mouse poop more often than I really want to admit. It's a Roadkill thing.
You might be wondering why we are putting carpet in this car and I'm messing with the AC system removal. It's because we are waiting on cylinder heads for that 400 engine, and we don't have them yet, and time is very tight, so we're supposed to have them in the next hour. Once they're on and everything works, the push rods seem like they're the right length and everything spins, I will feel way better about this.
Cylinder heads are here. Now we can finish the engine, which is great because it's like 4 in the afternoon, I think, and we need to leave in 16 hours. Thanks to these babies, we don't have to do valve guides, valve seals, no servicing, and they're lighter. Edelbrock heads, ARP studs. This thing better go more than 1 lap. This is kind of a big deal. This is the pilot bearing, goes in the back of the crankshaft, and the input shaft of our Muncie 4-speed should go in here. Problem is, this won't fit in our crankshaft. So we need to either find a smaller one or get someone with a lathe to turn this down for us, because we don't have that tool here. Then it can go in the car. So I have a feeling Mayor Mike Copeland knows somebody that can fix this problem then. So I'm not sweating it.
It's Thursday night. We have to leave in 12 hours. Do you realize that?
Oh, we got 12 still?
12 whole hours, and we
we're
got
fine.
a whole bunch of people here working on the thing. Tony and I have got the front suspension back together with the old parts that we took off. We got the rear end done, brakes are done, the interior is mostly done. We're trying to focus now on the criticals. The engine is the big critical. Finnegan and Copeland got the thing mostly together, but the problem now is just the accessory drive on it. And once we get that sorted out, the real big deal is that the pilot bearing that goes in the back of the crankshaft to hold the snout of the transmission so the clutch works. You got it milled down?
I got it machined.
Oh, Copeland got it fixed. I should have known better. This is where miracles happen every day. So apparently we'll be able to bang that together and get this whole thing in the car. But if we don't have it running by like midnight, then it's going to be real fun. We're in bad shape.
Ready?
Yep. There you go. Runs good.
It's alive!
It's quiet.
Sounds good.
75 pounds oil pressure.
We need to go driving. 3 days.
Look at this, 3 days.
Feel better, Tony?
I do.
It runs really good.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
You guys aren't gonna have a single problem on the road.
Thank you for that.
Man, it's been 22 hours straight right now, but we killed it. We would have never gotten this done without the crew here from Diversified. We just dogpiled this thing. And in the middle of the night last night, I think 3 o'clock in the morning, we finally got it fired up and this thing just purred. Everything seems to be working. The last details right now are Daryl's in there putting a harness bar in. Then we got to throw the seats in and pack up and hit the road. It's about 6 o'clock right now and we got to get on the road around 7 so that we can make it to Tire Rack for tech inspection for one lap of America.
Feels pretty good.
It really does. It's comfy.
Well, it's all done. These guys are gonna run it around the block and find out if anything's gonna fall off of it before we load it on the trailer and go. The race director said he wants us there at noon, which is 4 hours from right now, and it's a 3-hour drive. So basically nothing can go wrong.
Woo! Oh, it's spunky.
That's some pep.
It's very spunky. That was like half throttle, dude.
I like it.
Tire slip. Oh, dude, it runs good. Dude, for an out of the box, no dyno tune, this is pretty good. I think I found some of the pig pen. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Nice work, Tony.
It's work, everybody, man.
Oh, God, this is fun to drive.
Yeah. It's working.
Woo! Dude, and the trans is good.
Yeah, this thing rules. There it is.
We are 3 hours in a normal automobile to get to Tire Rack before our tech inspection starts. We need to hurry. We need to go to a hotel, check out, take a shower maybe, and just haul butt to South Bend, Indiana right now.
It's official. We made it to one lap of America. This is the point at which we separate. These guys are going to be in the Firebird, and me and Alana are going to be in the Hellcat Challenger.
We might or might not come back to you.
Oh, boy.
We might not ever stop for you.
Yeah, how about that?
Last night, Tony actually we were talking about the Hellcat versus this. He's like, oh yeah, I'm faster.
Yeah, I'm going to be faster than you.
See?
And I'm faster than him, so.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
You put this much competitive in the same car for a full week, are you guys going to be talking to each other by the time we're back here?
We'll either be best friends or be dead.
Oh, they're pretty cute.
Well, we got to go do the wet skid pad now, and I think
We're a better team.
We are.
like 5 cars back.
This doesn't count. This one doesn't
You
count
guys
for us.
cuddle.
Yeah.
We're going to go race.
Okay.
Do you want me to clean the bird control car?
Nah, that's character.
Oh, you big, strong man, you.
So Alana's the editor of Roadkill magazine and also roadkill.com. This will be her 3rd episode of Roadkill. She and I are going to be in the lap of luxury in the Challenger, which is actually the same car that we used in a prior episode where we raced the thing on a motocross track. So if it survived that, pretty sure it's going to be okay here at one lap. But Tony and Finnegan, they're going to be in the Firebird, and I'd like to say they're going to have Roadkill suffering, but I don't know. We've touched everything mechanical on that thing, which take that as you will. That's either good or bad. They're either going to survive or have a bunch of breakdowns.
The very first event is the wet skid pad, designed to figure out how much grip you could have in the rain. And Tony went out in the Firebird and did pretty well.
Oh, this thing ripped.
But naturally, I beat him in the Hellcat. Now we have to hit the road and drive a couple of hours to an old airport where they're going to have an autocross.
Okay, we are at the second event of the first day. This is the autocross. I drove on the wet skid pad at the Tire Rack headquarters, and the car was pretty good. I didn't go crazy pushing it hard because I wanted to feel it out, but we ran a 0.63 G in the wet, which I think is pretty good. And turns out in our class, the leader, we're second now, did 0.64 G, so that's pretty damn close.
Right.
Yeah, so we're in second place currently.
This close to that guy.
Yes, and David did 0.67 Gs, which isn't that too far away from us either.
No, not at all. We have a chance. We
Yeah.
have 3 bogeys here.
Yeah.
A, we want to finish, which we will.
That's a big one.
And B, we would like to beat David.
At least once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice this week.
Yeah.
And C, there's a guy in our class with a Corvette, and I think we can hang.
And his car looks pretty serious. It's not his first time. It's got a cage. It's
got a wing.
It's on nasty tires. It's got a wing.
Seems to be important. The wing.
So if we could finish ahead of those dudes, we'd be awesome. And they're currently leading the American vintage class. So we're number 2. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
Go fast.
Got this. Our goal is to make one good run and hit the road because we're traveling at a much slower pace than the rest of this whole event.
Use that track.
Pretty good run. This car sticks great. Come on, a little bit of wheel hop. Go, baby, go.
$59. Nice. That should put us at first in our class. So that would be awesome.
We out of here. Later, Indy.
It's just about midnight on the first day. We have been chugging along slowly, just about out of gas. Pulled over in a little town in Tennessee. The car started to spit oil out of the tailpipes at some point during the day, and it's really getting bad now. I don't know if we have like a PCV problem or what the deal is. Hoping it's not those brand new rings not seating properly. We gotta get back on the road because with the way this thing drives, we gotta go like 60, 65 everywhere, and it's taken us forever to get there. We should have been there an hour ago. It's gonna be another 2 hours on the road. And I don't think we should dilly-dally in this town, to be quite honest. I'd like to get out of here.
We are now here at Memphis International Raceway, a place where the road course has a half-mile long straight, and we only have 4 gears and 25-inch tall tires. If the motor's gonna go, it's gonna go this morning with Tony behind the wheel on the floor down that front straight. If the 10-bolt's gonna explode, that's gonna happen this afternoon when I'm on the drag strip trying to win a bracket race. So all your drama today. Or nothing happens and we just keep on trucking to my house, I don't know.
Last night we drove like 9 hours, got in at like midnight in the Hellcat. You remember that time I couldn't get my phone synced up with the radio?
Also, dinner, not that great.
Oh, that steak place.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was okay.
Yeah. Yesterday we ran 2 events at 2 different tracks. Today it's Memphis Motorsports Park. There's gonna be 4 events. First of all, there's the road course, which hilariously is nothing more than the drag strip and the return road in the staging lanes. We're gonna run 2 sessions of that, and then they're gonna go into a fast ET race on the drag strip. You get 1 pass, low ET wins, and then you get to use that ET to decide what you're gonna do for a dial-in on the bracket race, drag race that's gonna end the day. And that's where I'm putting Alana in the car, and she doesn't know it yet, but she's winning.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm looking forward to this. I love a road course.
I only ask one thing. Front straight, 5 grand, 3 seconds max.
Got it, 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Good luck.
1 warm-up lap, 3 hot laps. Cumulative time.
This is exciting, here we go. First time the Firebird has ever been on a road course. And of course, we picked one that's insanely fast, mostly straights. I have no idea what's happening right now because he's so far away. Uh-oh, smoke. A lot of smoke. I think he just locked up a tire.
It won't run. It doesn't want to run immediately after one rip down the straight.
Did the motor shut off completely?
It's running now, but it won't do anything. It won't run under any power. I had to pull off.
All right, I guess pit it and we'll look at it.
Back to the pit, get the tools out.
Never boring on Roadkill.
You probably have forgotten this, but one lap of America is not one lap of Memphis International Raceway.
Dude, I didn't go over 5,000. Not once.
I don't believe you.
Believe it. It might be broken, for real. I went through the gears once, like, you know, in anger, and that was it. My warm-up lap was fun.
One Lap Tony might be your new name, dude.
Now this is what I've been waiting for, a big road course in the Hellcat where I can unleash that 707 horsepower. It is gonna be fast in the straightaway.
120! 140! Lot of smoke! 155! This guy in front of me is smoking bad!
Partway through my laps, the car in front of me started smoking bad. He puked ATF all over the ground, drove over his own junk, and spun out. They shut down the track for a while, and so I headed to the pits to find out what went wrong with the Firebird.
What is that rattle?
I don't know. Do that again?
That is not good.
That's new.
We're hearing like a,
That wasn't there this morning.
that's like a death rattle, like, that's a not good.
Right through the glove. We've got a bunch of metallic stuff on the end of the drain plug, which is magnetic. And that's indicative of metal in your motor, which you don't want metal in your motor.
Every time we put you in a Roadkill race car, stuff falls off.
All I did was hit
We
the
hand
gas.
you the-
All I did was hit the gas, and I literally was like, 5,000, boom, boom.
On a silver platter, we hand you the best of equipment that money can buy. And this is how you treat it.
Yeah.
Vintage bearings, fingers crossed. But it's Roadkill, so like, this is normal everyday stuff, right?
Today did not go the way I thought it would. I was a little worried we'd blow up the engine. I just didn't think it would happen in one lap. So we went and got a U-Haul trailer, hooked it to a rental truck. We're gonna haul the Firebird to my house, which is actually on the way to the next track. I got rings, I got gaskets, I got bearings, I got a whole lot of brake clean. We will rebuild the motor again, make a couple more oil system mods. So hopefully the next time Tony gets behind the wheel, it stays in one piece.
I always say that Roadkill is about rolling restorations, and that's exactly what we did here. We started off with a 69 Firebird that Finnegan has always wanted, but that had no engine, no trans, no suspension, no nothing. But we made it happen. The fact that it blew up, hey, that's just another opportunity to make it good, and we will. Because Roadkill's also about never say and die, and we're gonna finish the one lap of America no matter what. You'll see that in the next episode of Roadkill. Support companies that support Roadkill. Buy your speed parts at jegs.com.
All right, David, should we get the real car in now?
Wait, is that a real car? No. Oh, you son of a bitch.